rolling with me. Got the focus, I'm not hopeless, you see. Even in the valley of the shadows, even as I'm hurting and my tears flow.
It's Friday night, and you're busy. I feel like there's something that we gotta do. Wait a minute. What time is it? It's casual Friday time. I gotta get mentally prepared for this. Gotta reach optimal levels. Gotta meditate and put on a great show tonight. You will put on a great show tonight. How you figure? Let's go. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Let's cut the music. Let's cut the music. How we doing out there? How we doing out there? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. How we doing out there? I'm checking in, making sure my sound levels are good. We're testing it right now. I feel like I haven't been online in a while, even though it hadn't been that long. Had to disconnect. Had to disconnect for about a week. But we're back. You know, I thought I could take the week to do all the Christmas stuff, you know. And then you get the notifications. Hot Toys has released another figure. And then another one. And then another. And then another. And then just when you thought you had your fill, just when you thought that you were safe, InArt comes around and says, "Hey, we're gonna release a couple ourselves." So here we are. Here we are just talking. Let's get real for a second. Let's get real. I'm looking right into this camera lens, and I'm just assuming it's you guys looking right back at me. We should be happy, right? This should be an exciting time. All these releases. Well, why don't I feel good about it? Why am I not happy about it? Should we explore that? Or should we just get right into the topics? I don't know. Y'all let me know. I got a lot I could say about it. But I also know that, you know, around this time on Casual Friday, we're usually dancing. We're usually having a good time. We got 23 in the chat. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you want. No big deal if you don't. But I don't know. Maybe we should explore this. You know? This episode is titled Collection Crossroads, because I am at a crossroads in my collection right now, in my collecting journey. And Yeah, man. We're going to explore it. We're going to get to the chat first. And full transparency, I'm just like I'm mentally drained from it, I think. Mentally drained from it. I think it might be the holidays. I think it might be all of the carbs I've eaten. It definitely could be the carbs. And so now this is going to be super chill tonight. As always. Keep it casual. Always keep it casual in the chat. We're going to jump into this, but I want to say what's up to you guys. You guys have been super patient. Thank y'all for joining me at 10:49 p.m. Central Time. I know it's a late night, but you guys are always showing up for me. I really appreciate it. But we're going to explore this, man, because I'm at a crossroads. And we cut the music early tonight. Because honestly, man, it's been on my mind. I'll be honest with you. A lot of stuff's been on my mind, a lot of things. Yeah. Release after release after release after release. Like I said, it's good problems to have, I guess, but I definitely think it's something worth discussing. Definitely something worth exploring. And just like Arnold and Jingle All the Way, are we going to be able to secure all these? Are we going to be able to secure all these in time? Is the FOMO going to get the best of us? We'll see. Let's get the energy going. I'm going to try to muster up some energy tonight. Got 21 in the chat. You guys are killing it in the chat as always. But yeah, I just wanted to start off with no music and just look you right in the eye and say, "Hey guys, guess what? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to navigate next year. With because the writing is on the wall. Man. We're going to be getting so much, man. And hey, it's awesome. It's fun. I mean, it's fun, especially if you got a channel. It's like, dude, we got all kinds of stuff to talk about. It's exciting. Like I should be excited. But I'm not. I'm not for some reason, and I've been trying to figure out why. And maybe that's for a different video. Maybe that's not for Casual Friday. I don't know what it's for. Again, maybe it's post-Christmas sadness. I don't know, man. I don't know yet. But we're going to explore it tonight. And we'll see where it takes us, man. Is anybody else feeling this way? Like after a while, it's like it's almost so much that you kind of just throw your hands up and say, okay, something's got to change. Something's got to change, man. And I think let's get in with the chat. We're gonna continue this. Let's get in with the chat. You guys have been waiting long enough. We got no music going. This is a weird vibe. I can feel it. You can feel it. I don't want to fake it, but at the same time, let's fake it till we make it. Let's try to get some energy going. Maybe if the dance moves start happening, maybe the mood shifts. But right now, it's overwhelming. And maybe it's because I'm new to this. Maybe it's some other things. I don't know. We're going to talk about it tonight. But thank y'all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. If you're still with us, I appreciate it. I know you're probably thinking, man, this guy's like looking right into my soul right now, right into my soul talking about stuff. I thought he'd be happy Sabine got released. I thought he'd be pleased. Supergirl looks incredible. I thought he'd be excited about that. Another Batman, Ron from InArt, Paul from InArt. It should be an exciting time. Should be. It should be. Let's check in with the chat. Let's get a little music going just for the chat, huh? What do we say, guys? Let's see what song we got here. Let's check in with you guys. Let's see what everybody's been up to. We got Hodor317. Thanks for being here, Hodor. Really appreciate it, man. It says, it seems InArt and Hot Toys really wanted our money these last couple weeks. Yeah. Yeah. It definitely seems that way, Hodor. I agree. We're going to talk about it. Thanks for being here, man. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Valkyrie Magnus agrees. Valkyrie Magnus in the building. Thank you, Valkyrie, for being here, man. Really appreciate it. We got Christian Crosshair Cooper in the building. What's up, Justin Chet? Hope everyone had a good Christmas. I hope you had a good Christmas too, Christian. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you, dude. We got Toy Collector in the building saying, happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday to you, Toy Collector. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much for being here. We got Clinton Martin in the building saying, howdy, folks. What's up, Clinton? Thank you for being here, man, on another episode of Casual Friday. Episode 15. Episode 15 of Casual Friday tonight. We got X-Men Supreme saying, what's up to everybody in the chat? Thank you so much for being here once again, X-Men. Really appreciate all the support. We really appreciate you being here, dude. Thank you so much. We got Doc Bat in the building saying, good evening, all. It's always good to see Doc Bat. Doc Bat, thank you so much, man. I know it's been an exciting last few weeks for you, man, with a lot of different Batman stuff coming out, dude. So I, once again, appreciate you being here. X-Men Supreme says, I'm updating my wish list right now to reflect some of the figures I've had to cancel this month. Yeah, you and me both. I might even go a step further than this. We're going to talk about it. I'm going a step further than this, bro. We got to talk about it. Maybe that's another video. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I should make another video about that, but I think we could talk about it tonight. Why not? Why not? Striker47 says, hello, everyone. We had a bunch of good releases, and we are not done yet. The Flash, Sand Trooper Sergeant, and Indiana Jones should be coming next week. Better be prepared. Damn it. All right. I'm prepared, I guess. I'm as prepared as I'm going to be. Thanks for being here, Striker. Really appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. We got SG Collectibles in the building saying, what's up, Collectors family? SG Collectibles, thanks so much for being here, man. Really, really appreciate it. We got Collection Obsession in the building saying, hi, all. What is up, Collection Obsession? Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you, man. Brad Cormack saying, what's up, everyone, on Casual Friday? It's episode 15, Brad. It's episode 15, man. Got a new thumbnail going. Got a new thumbnail going for the stream. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Just felt right to change up the thumbnail a little bit going forward. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully you guys like it. But thanks for being here, man. We got Malgus for Emperor saying, evening all. Malgus for Emperor, thank you for being here, dude. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. X-Men Supreme says, look at my happy smiley boy reaching optimal levels. We're trying to keep the smile on the face. I don't know what the hell that just was. I'm so sorry. Thanks for being here, X-Man. Wow, Doc Bat, man. Thank you so much, man. Doc Bat saying, how you figure the GOAT. I appreciate this, dude. I appreciate this, man. Thank you, Doc Bat. I really appreciate that, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now I'm feeling good. Now I'm feeling good, man. That's all it took, man. Really appreciate it, dude. X-Men Supreme. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. X-Men says shell shock. We're suffering shell shock. Absolutely. I know I am. I know I am for sure. Jazzy in the building. What's up, Jazzy? Thanks for being here, man, for episode 15 of Casual Friday, saying Friday night and chill LFG. Thank you so much, Jazzy, for being here, man. Really good seeing you. Thank you so much, man. Valkyrie says, doing good, Justin. Happy Casual Friday. Happy Casual Friday to everybody. Happy Casual Friday to everybody. We need a Casual Friday. We need it. First Casual Friday after Christmas, the last one before the new year. We need this. We need this. Toy Collector says, been a few wild weeks for releases. Absolutely has. No lie here. No lie here. Yeah, Jazz is having back-to-back InArt invoices. Yeah, dude, that shocked me. That one just took me over the edge of like, oh shit. Yeah. Red Cormier says, up to my neck of releases. You and me both, man. I think this is everybody. X-Men Supreme has a good way of looking at it, though. He says, I'm happy that Sideshow is delaying a bunch of stuff so I can get my NRDs back and go get them cheaper later. Yeah, that's how we got to do it. and we're gonna talk about it soon. We're gonna open with this, I think. Let's see who else we got. We got X-Man saying, all I know is I have my 89 Batmobile. And I'm ready for Lady Pool to arrive, so I'm happy. That's good, man. I'm glad you're happy. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find the happiness. I'm kidding, guys. I'm happy. I'm just, a little stressed out with all this stuff coming. But we're gonna navigate it. We're gonna get through it together. We got 30 in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button if you wouldn't mind. That'd mean a lot to me. Brick Artemis says, carbs make you overthink. Trust me, it absolutely does. And that's all I've had. I've had a steady dose of carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates to be exact. It's just been awful. It's been awful. It's tasted good, but in an hour, it'll be acid reflux. It'll be the whole thing. Toy Collector says, the only good saving grace is I don't have any of these recent releases on order. Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing, man. We got the Fat Batman in the building saying, what's up, everyone? What's up, the Fat Batman? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for being here, dude. Really appreciate it. Brick saying, the end of the year is always crazy. It is, but I feel like, I don't know, man. I haven't been around as long as some of you guys, but this just seems absolutely wild to me. How much stuff is getting pushed out in the last week of the year. So we'll, again, maybe it's just because I'm newer to the hobby. Brandon says, good evening, everyone. What's up, Brandon? Thank you for being here, man. Really, really appreciate you. X-Men Supreme says, I got the 89 Batman vibe going over here right now with this Batmobile. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations on that, man. I know you got to be hyped for that, dude. Congratulations, man. Striker 47 says, you will sync with the Chinese New Year coming up with that. Figures will be on a slow, but I have a feeling just like how it was this year, they're going to have everything on autopilot. Yeah, I hear you on this, Striker. I hear you on this, man, for sure. The Fat Batman says, after the first year of collecting, I completely readjusted my collection and the vision I wanted to go. Plan it out. Only buy what you love. That always helps. For sure, a normal feeling. Fat Batman, I appreciate this. This is what I needed to hear, man. Thank you so much, Fat Batman. I'm trying to navigate it, man. And with the help of you guys, I think I'll be able to. Collection Obsession says, 4 pre-order Star Wars figures all came into my local sideshow distributor today. Yikes. Wallet is hurting, especially right after Christmas. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's hurting. It's hurting bad, bro. It's hurting bad, Collection Obsession. X-Men Supreme says, I'm playing the long game on some of these figures right now. LOL, we'll see if it pays off. I'm trying. And we're going to get into this. I'm going to save it for what we're going to get into because I really want to have a nice chat about this. We got so many topics to talk about, man. This could be a 12-hour stream tonight. This could be. But it could be. We got Batman Collectible saying, evening, Justin. Modern Suit Batman en route. Excited. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. Excited for you, Batman Collectibles. Very excited for you, man. We got Jazz D in the building. Jazz D, if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. He just says LOL. Jazz D, thanks for being here, man. This is the first time I think I've seen you in the chat, dude. So I appreciate this, Jazz D. And I hope you're still in the chat so you can hear me say, hey, thank you, man. Thank you for commenting. Really appreciate you. Doc Bat saying LOL with 3 O's. So you know it must have been a good one. What else do we got here? Brad Cormack saying, what the F happened to tech? I don't know, man. That's a great question. Man. Hodor 317 says, I have Return of the Jedi Vader, Chopper, Night Trooper, Kratos, and a Shadow Trooper all on the way right now, and I just got Balin, Bane, Mando, Super Commando, and Sidious. My wallet is definitely crying. That's making me sad too, just reading all that. This is awesome, but yes, I feel your pain right here, man. This is kind of happening to me right now, so I totally feel your pain as well, man. We got Ren's Talentino in the building. Ren's Talentino is here. He says, Merry Christmas to all. Ren's, Merry Christmas to you as well, man. Thank you so much for being here, dude. Really, really appreciate it, man. X-Men Supreme says, one good thing about this crunch, it has shown me what I love about my collection and what not to do going forward. Yes. I'm loving this. See, this is why I knew it was a good idea to bring this up early. Because I'm loving these comments because this is exactly how I'm feeling as well. Really, really appreciate the insight, man. We got Eclectic Collector in the building saying, hello, Eclectic Collector. Thanks for being here, man. Really, really appreciate you, dude. Thank you, man. saying hello. Really, really pumped that you're in the chat, dude. Ren says, I think Tech fell off a cliff somewhere. LOL, JK. I hope not. Collection says, Justin, are you getting anything from Flash line of figures? Yes. And I'll let you know what it is once we get to the chat collection session. But yes, I am. Or that's the plan anyway. Hodor317 says, thank God for a firm. Yeah, 100%. A firm, PayPal in 4. But we're going to talk about all this, man. Jazzy says, I don't know how you folks collect Star Wars, DC, Marvel, and one-off. Shits make it LOL. Yeah, I don't know how I'm doing it either, and it's not going to continue. I can tell you that. It's not going to continue for me. It's just too much. All right, I think we're caught up on the chat. Did I miss any of the chat? Let me see. I think we're good. All right, so let's get the I'm gonna take the music down a little bit. I don't know if it's. I know it's not loud on your end, but for whatever. Oh, actually, I'm not gonna take the music down because guess what? I'll just do this. I forgot to do that last time. All right, we're gonna have a real talk here. We're gonna have a real chat. You know, here's the thing. Keep it coming in the chat, guys. I'm definitely gonna get to the chat, even if I don't check it for a couple minutes here. I definitely will. I definitely want to hear everybody's thoughts on some of this. Okay, I'm not trying to make this a bigger deal than it is. Okay, it is what it is. It's a great problem to have. We're getting release after release. We're getting news galore. We're getting stuff from Hot Toys, InArt, just to name a few. So again, I'm not going to sit up here and be like, because again, this is a choice. I'm making a choice to collect. I'm making a choice to purchase these figures. It's all a choice. It's all on me. All right. But to be totally real with everyone, and I might make a video about this. I've been planning on making a video about this for the new year, kind of reflecting back on year one of my collecting journey. And that's why I chose tonight's episode to be called, the crossroads of collecting, or like collector's crossroads, because I really do feel like I'm at a crossroads right now. And that crossroads is things that I'm doing right now, collecting 6 scale. They cannot continue at this rate. And I think that, I don't think that's just a me problem. I think that it's just somebody who, it's the first year doing it, so like everything looks really shiny and neat and cool, and I have to have everything, and if I don't have everything that comes out right away, I'm failing, and if I'm failing, I'm not doing it right, and if I'm not doing it right, what's the point of doing a channel? You know how it can go. Like you can do this to yourself. It's like, man, maybe I shouldn't even collect at all, blah blah blah. It's like this with 6 scale. It's like this with anything I've collected. At this rate, though, with how expensive these things are, like this is like, again, man, going back to when I used to just collect cans of stuff with like Coke cans with the Avengers on them and stuff, man. Like that's what and in ways, dude, that's what I want to go back to in a way. I'm going to be honest with you. That's like what I really want to go back to, is just doing that shit. Cause like that stuff was like the purity of like, I just really love this movie, and I wanted to have something from the movie, whether it be a poster, whether it be a Happy Meals toy, whether it be just anything. And it used to just be like stuff I really just wanted to see, or like stuff that was a movie that I was really hyped about, or a movie I really loved, or whatever. And the thing I'm starting to learn as we continue to go forward is the way I'm doing it right now is not sustainable for me. I can only speak for myself. Like again, I want to make this perfectly clear. The stuff I'm about to say is 100% a me thing. Like any of the mistakes I've been making is 100% on me. I'm not saying like, damn you, Hot Toys and InArt for releasing so many figures. No, dude, like they're a business. They're going to do that. So I just want to put that out there because I don't want it to seem like if people are jumping in to be like, damn, what's this dude bitching about? Like he's just complaining that like because I want to be very clear. Like I feel very blessed and fortunate that I'm even able to collect one of these things. And that's real. And when I started doing this, I wanted to, I'll be honest with you, man, the first one I ever bought was a tough purchase, dude. Was a tough purchase. I have never spent that much money on like a figure, like a collectible. I've spent that on like maybe like, I don't even know if I've spent that on like any type of movie memorabilia at all. I mean, I've spent money on like that with electronics and with stuff like that. But that was a tough purchase, dude. I wrestled with that purchase for a while because it's like $350 to buy one figure. And, you know, it's weird now, you know, and again, man, it's so funny. I mean, I know people have been doing this a lot longer than me are probably saying like, dude, like this like I get it. Like I get it. Right. But, and they're probably just kind of like, you know, y'all are probably just thinking like, dude, it's fine. Like it is what it is. Like, oh, it happens to all of us type of thing. Right. And so again, I'm not thinking this is exclusive to me. I do think though, just based on talking to people, like we get so many, like there's so much coming out, not just from Hot Toys, but from all kinds of other companies. Anyway, stay on track, Justin. Stay on track. Stay on track, because you're trying to say something and you're getting distracted. Okay, here's what I'm trying to say. And I didn't want to. I feel silly doing this because it's like I'm kind of being serious about this. Like I joke around a lot, but this is something that's been weighing on me, and I think that it's the best time to do it. It's right here on Casual Friday, man. Why not? So if you didn't tune in for this, I apologize. Maybe on the replay you could skip this part. With all this stuff coming out, that first figure was a tough purchase for me. To be totally transparent, I felt kind of silly buying it the first time I bought a Hot Toy. I felt to myself like I shouldn't be spending this much money on myself. Like this is a little selfish. Like that's what I kind of told myself. I was like, why are you spending this much money on it, right? And that passed shortly after. Like as soon as it came in, I was like, dude, this is awesome. Like I want to get it. Like I didn't only go all in on that. I said, let's do a channel too. Let's do a channel. I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel about a bunch of different things, trying to mix and match like my passions into one thing. But you know, algorithm, you kind of have to like make a decision on what you want to talk about, blah, blah, blah. And then I started getting more, and you continue to get more, and you get more, and you get more, and you pre-order more, and that was okay for a while. I was being responsible. I was doing payment plans. I was doing this. I was doing that. Now I've made the mistake of feeling like I got to have stuff day one, week one, and again, 100% on me. It's not smart collecting on my part, at least for me. It's not sustainable for me. People that do that, like this is just reflecting on me. 100%. This is me. That to me, for me, is not a good idea. I got the Spider-Man 2099, and I had to get it day one. I convinced myself that I had to get it out. I needed to put a review out. I wanted to have that. And to be fully transparent, I wanted to have it early. I wanted to have it so I could get a review out before there was 100 reviews out there. Like that's what I convinced myself that it was important enough to do it. I wish I could say it's because Spider-Man 2099 is my favorite character of all time and I had to have it in hand. It's not. It was the least out of all the Spider-Verse figures. It was the one that I was least excited for. And I day one'd that figure and paid for it, you know? And even with Harry Potter, like I overspent there. Just because I had to have it. I convinced myself that I had to have it. And again, this is just with everything we collect. Like this could be, but you know, just to stay on 6 scale, it's like, you know, and so it got to a point where it was like, okay, it's okay. Like you got the review out, it's fine. I am sitting on unopened. I am sitting on InArt Aragorn, rooted. I still have not opened Neytiri Deluxe. I have still not opened Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Kenobi Show, David Lost Boys, and now Bane. I am sitting on 5 unopened figures. 5. And I'm not proud of this, but as soon as these releases happened, instead of opening up a figure I already had, or like that I could unbox, I went directly to TBA to see like how much the Supergirl was today, because I wanted to get the Supergirl like day one. And I'm going to do the same tomorrow for Sabine. So I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I don't know. You know, I had to have a conversation with myself. I had to be like, you know, I took this time, you know, last Casual Friday, I said, man, I'm going to disconnect for a little bit, like just kind of really just try to stay off my phone. So if you've been trying to reach out to me through Instagram or whatever, and I haven't gotten back to you, please understand, like until today, I have not even really been checking my phone and stuff. So again, for me, it's like this, like, look, it just can't continue at this rate is what I'm saying. And I know it's the end of the year. I know it's like a lot of stuff at once. I get this stuff, right? 100% I get it. But regardless of that, with everything I have on pre-order, you know, like a month ago, we did our pre-order tier list or whatever, where I had to try to figure that out. Even that just seemed kind of, for me, it was like, okay, what are we doing? Like, why are we feeling like we got to get all of these? Like, and again, it is year one. It's, you know, I'm building the collection. It is what it is. But going forward for me, my collecting strategy is definitely going to change in year two, 100%, because I just see the writing on the wall. Like, this is not going to let up. I don't think this is an end of the year thing. Yes, getting 5 releases in a day, like, okay, that's end of the year stuff. But I'm just telling you, man, at this rate, like, I see it continuing. And again, man, I've gotten figures that I thought at the time it was like I had to have. And I'm already looking at my collection and I'm like, I didn't really have to have that just now. Like, I could get that later, you know? And it's this weird thing. Again, again, companies really do like the FOMO thing. It's part of a marketing strategy. It is what it is. Anyway. So anyway, this is just me saying, hey, look, and this will probably affect my content going forward with the channel. And that's a whole nother discussion that I'll get into some other time probably. But, yeah, just at this rate, man. I mean, you know, it's just, again, just making some mistakes that I'm gonna fix for myself. Year two is gonna be a lot different. I'm grateful that I was able to learn some of this stuff. I'm starting to learn more about what I enjoy more, like what I unbox. Like, okay, this I really liked like this character, not as much. I thought I wanted that character really bad. I thought I wanted that line really bad. Not really, but this one was a fun opening experience. I'll put it this way: the Mark 7 suit up was one of my favorite unboxing experiences of the year. And I almost canceled that pre-order because I had just convinced myself like, oh, you know, it didn't look as good as I thought, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as I opened that up, man, it brought back all the memories of the Avengers for me. It brought back all those memories of like sitting in the theater, seeing that scene for the first time, seeing that scene in the trailer. So I'm going to try to lean into that a bit more in year two. So that's the crossroads, I guess. The crossroads is, what path am I going to take in year two? And maybe this is something you're dealing with. Like, what's your path for year two? What's your path for year 4, year 7, year 10? I know everybody's at different stages. And again, man, I do feel a little like, again, I'm totally aware that this is like a great, very fortunate problem to have. Like, I want to make that perfectly clear. Like, we're collecting figures. But again, man, it is on my mind. I want to talk to you guys about it. And maybe there's a few of y'all that are in the same boat where you're at that crossroads of like, what's the next step? Like, if it continues at this rate, what's the step? You know, is it less? Is it, you know, saying goodbye to a few IPs? Is it this? Is it that? So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Because I definitely want to hear people that have been more seasoned with it. And, you know, I don't want to spend the whole time on this, but again, I'll be lying to you if I said like this wasn't something that's been on my mind for a few weeks. Plus some other things have been on my mind with like the direction of the channel going forward. And I didn't even want to do it on Casual Friday because I want Casual Friday to be its own thing. And then maybe I wanted to upload this video, but then I was like, well, I don't want to upload a whole video. Like, you know, maybe it's best just to talk with the chat. You guys are here every week, man. So, you know, again, I'm kind of just unfiltered right now, kind of as the thoughts are coming into my mind. I'm like saying that. So I know I might be all over the place. Let me check in with you guys and I'll kind of continue a little bit with what I'm thinking about doing year two, not only with collecting, but with the channel. But let me check in with you guys. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you commenting. I see a few people commenting. think we're right here. Brandon says, everything that's coming out now looks amazing. Have to dial it in with what you're passionate about. Yeah, and this is something that's definitely true. And what's weird is like, you feel like you're passionate about all of it. Like, I love Batman. I love Avengers. I love Harry Potter. I love horror. I love this. I love that. So it's one of those weird things too, man. It's like, until you start getting the pieces in hand, it's weird. Like, at least that's how it's been with me, is like, as soon as I get them in hand, I'm able to answer that question a little bit more with like, okay, I actually prefer this a little bit more. Like, I was really like, that was a really fun opening experience for this figure or whatever, you know? So again, man, totally agree. Struggling with trying to figure that out with, cause I feel like I love all these IPs, man. I really do. X-Men says, for sure, dude, growing pains of collecting. It's good to have new collectors on the platform, showing in real time what it's like to get through the ebb and flow of release announcements. Hey, I appreciate this, X-Men. That's why I wanted to do it too, man. Cause like, you know, I don't know, man. I guess it's kind of cliche, but like, I wanted to be real about it. I wanted to be like, look, man, I'm kind of struggling with this. Let's talk to some people who've been doing it a little bit longer than me. If you've been following my channel for any period of time, I really try my best not to even pretend like I have any clue what I'm talking about. I give my opinions on stuff, but like, I always defer to people that have been doing it a lot longer, and I always defer to a lot more people that I definitely try to get advice from their channels and stuff. So, but yeah, I wanted to also kind of, that's part of the reason I wanted to do the channel too, is kind of, since it was going to be year one, kind of go through those growing pains and whatnot. Clinton Martin says, year one is the hardest. You get one and you want all of them. Exactly, Clinton. This is a perfect way to put it, man. You see other collectors and try to catch up. Year two gets easier. You start to be selective. Peers start coming and give you that fix. I appreciate that. This is a great comment. This makes me feel a lot better, because I have been feeling like that. I've been feeling like I've been wanting every single thing. And normally that's not a problem if you're collecting, you know, like I said, when I used to collect like Happy Meal toys, man, I tried to collect them all, you know, but that was only costing me about $3. So it's a little different when you're trying to collect stuff that's, you know, 300 plus, you know. Clint said these are first world problems. LOL. Christian says, I'm getting to that point too. I have like 30 plus figures. Same. I struggled purchasing my first hot toy. Yeah, exactly, dude. I did too. I really did. Malgus Remember says, I looked at my collection and started adding up in my head. It was one of those damn moments. 100%. Was for me too, man. It was a really eye-opening moment for me. It was like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like you know, and again, it's so simple. It's like, just don't buy anything. And I don't want to discourage people that are enjoying it and want to buy what, like, dude, collect however you want to collect. Like, I'm happy for if you're somebody who gets one figure a year or 101. Like, I am so happy to see everybody enjoying it differently. But yeah, this was me. I was like, dude, I'm like overspending on a lot of these just to get them in a little bit earlier. And I guess getting the Spider-Man 2099 that early was just kind of like, why didn't I just like wait? Like, I could have just waited. Yeah, I don't have the review out, but like, you know, damn, dude. I mean, it is what it is, you know? I don't know. It's one of those things. Clinton says, the first time there's sticker shock, but then it turns into $305. Yeah, that's a bargain. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It was like, I looked at the Spider-Man 29 and I said, hey, man, it's only $70 more, and I can have it today. And I was like, whoa, what'd you just do? And it was fun until like, it was, you know, until that was, I got the video uploaded, you know, you know, it's uploaded. And then I was like, well, shit, man, like what, like I can't continue to do that. Like now $280 figures are now turning into $420. Like I just can't, or $430 or $440 and $370, $385. Like it adds up, you know, that's like how many more figures a year. And again, I want to stress, this is 100% on me, like doing it that way. But I wanted to bring it up tonight just because maybe you're struggling with that too. Maybe you're feeling like you got to have stuff right away. And, you know, for me, it's like that's something I'm definitely going to change in year two. Christian says, I tried to go the InArt route too, but I'm probably not going to and only collect Hot Toys. Yeah, it's tough, dude. InArt has beautiful stuff, man. But that Harry Potter line, like, it's just, I'm adding up all the stuff in my head. Like, you know, Paul Atreides coming out, you know, I mean, and they're starting to ramp up their production now too, man. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Again, great problem to have for content purposes. Like, this is fun. Like, we get to talk about all this stuff, but from a collecting standpoint, still a great problem to have. I mean, I can always just say, like, yeah, I won't get it today. You know, that'd be the simple version. But as all of us know, man, we're always trying to, we always want it, you know, a lot of different stuff. So X-Men Supreme says, yeah, talking to Christian says, I'm at 53 figures currently, and I'm trying to decide what to move out and how to go about it. Yeah, man. Clinton Martin says, not only the first year is catching up on figures, but also buying shells, displays, etc., then getting more than you thought and changing that. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing, is like the displays and stuff. Again, it's year one. I knew that it was going to be like this a little bit. I will say I bought more this year than I ever thought I would year one. And maybe I should have, like, known that. But that's what I'm saying. Year two, like you said, Clinton, year two gets a little easier. Then after that, you get a little bit more selective because, like, you know, now you're like, you have an Iron Man in your collection. Now, and again, I already got two. So, you know, it is what it is. But maybe that was a bad example. But yeah, you start getting used to, like, getting stuff you can kind of curate a little bit better. Striker says, this is the result when you delayed so many figures and released them all at once, and meanwhile you also want to reveal new things. Unless you're a millionaire, it can get very overwhelming. Yeah, it can. And I just think that, you know, again, it's nice to hear you guys kind of saying that. And again, end of the year stuff, we always know we're getting that, but it's always nice to hear you guys kind of, you know, seeing where I'm coming from, and also hearing you guys who've been doing a lot longer saying, yeah, this has been kind of an interesting time for sure. Brad Cormack saying, I totally understand you. I appreciate that, Brad. I really do, man. I really do. Christian says, I do have the Hold No Way Home line, which got me into Hot Toys. That's awesome, dude. Malgus says, the biggest slippery slope is collecting troopers. I know it, dude. That's why I haven't gotten one yet, man. That's why I haven't gotten one yet. I know how slippery that can get. Jazzy saying, you win some, you lose some. I've had some great deals and paid up my ass on some of these prices. Part of the hobby. Absolutely, Jazzy. Great perspective here, man. Absolutely, dude. Brad Cormack says, I have 3 unopened figures. I need to open them soon before the 30-day window closes for getting replacement parts. Absolutely. And I've missed the 30-day stuff on a couple of these, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I got Lost Boys David like the week of Halloween. It would have been a perfect time to open it, and I just haven't. It's crazy. So now if there's something wrong with it, you know, it's on me. Again, 100% on me. I'm taking full responsibility for some of the hiccups I've had in year one of my collecting journey for sure. X-Men says it's slow and steady. Absolutely. Absolutely. X-Men Supreme says, well, you know, Shane doesn't buy a whole lot, and he's got great content just talking about what's coming out and what he plans to get or not get and why. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, he's got a great channel, and yeah, I mean, that's the way. That's the way to do it. And again, that's kind of what we'll be doing a little bit more going forward for sure. But yeah, great. I can't even think of the word I'm trying to say, dude. I just completely went blank, man. But great perspective here. Yeah, Shane. Really enjoy his channel as well. Jazzy has no clue how he ended up with 13 Iron Man figures. We got Colin in the building saying howdy. What's up, Colin? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for being here. We got Boba Fettuccini in the building as well. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys might have popped in during the whole talking directly into the camera moment, man. So I appreciate you guys being here if y'all are still here. Striker 47 says, I get where you're coming from. My intention all along was to only get the first Armor Mandalorian and a Boba Fett, and it turned into 15, which not turning to 34. That's how it starts. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you absolutely, man. X-Men Supreme says, I think my short-term goal right now is preparing for the deluxe of Wolverine figures once that game hits. Dude, yeah, I've been seeing some leaked footage of this game, man. Hopefully we get some more updates on this pretty soon, like some official updates. Let's see who else we got in the building. We got Stacy in the building saying, good evening, Justin and fellow collectors. I understand completely. I'm starting to be way more selective as there's just way too many figures coming out. 100%. 100%, Stacy. I appreciate this comment, and thank you so much for being here. Collection Obsessor says, New Year's resolution for me. I'm trying to stick to buying figures, etc. Mostly that are nostalgic for me. It's just going to be hard passing up on super cool figures. That's the game, man. That's the game right there. Is like, what can you... And this is part of my strategy going forward, is like, how do I decipher what's truly nostalgic, what's truly something I want? Because sometimes, like I said, nostalgia is kind of strange too. It's like, for instance, I'm really nostalgic for the Batman and Robin movie. But do I need those two figures in my collection? And some of the Batman collectors in here are going to say, absolutely you do. But when you collect multiple IPs, you start asking yourself these questions, you know? So I think that's part of the process, is like trying to figure out exactly what I really want on the shelf. And even if they don't come out for 3 or 4 years, like anticipating what could come out and maybe trying to collect that way. So we'll see. Brandon Altman in the building saying, joining late, but yeah, I'm going to be offloading a lot in 2025. Focus and be frugal. I hear you, Brandon. Man. More power to you, dude. I appreciate the transparency on this and the honesty, dude. I really appreciate that a lot. And thank you so much for being here, man, for episode 15 of Casual Friday. X-Men Supreme says, my spreadsheet is open right now, and I'm looking at the total I spent over the last 2.5 years. Yikes. Oh, yeah. And again, here's the thing, too, X-Men. Because, you know, again, if somebody's just jumping in, I want to make sure we got the whole context. Like, again, however anybody wants to collect, if you're somebody who, like, this is what you really want, this is, like, the thing for you, like, this is where your extra income goes, where, like, this is what you want, this is what makes you happy, do more power to you, man. I enjoy all kinds of other things, and yeah, this is how I feel too. When I look at just year one, I'm like, dude, what, like, damn, like that got out of hand fast. You know, we got to regroup, man. We got to regroup. We got to look at the game film. We got to make some adjustments. You know, we got to make some adjustments. We got to be better in year two. Year one was fun. Year two is about being a little bit more disciplined. Year two is about really becoming a better version of your collecting self. You know, that's my goal for year two, man. SG Collectibles says, yes, it's tough. I've also been thinking about not getting any more pre-orders, but those Artisans and Caustic Classic, it's going to be hard not to get all of them. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the hard part, man, is like, there's just so much stuff. Like, it's like, you know, we had this conversation as soon as they drop Artisan Winter Soldier pre-order. Who do you think's going to be on here being like, day one, baby, day one? So it's weird, man. Yeah, and we're going to get into this here in a little bit, but yeah, dude, I'm feeling this as well. Boa Fettuccine says, I'm at about 60 and I'm a completely out of control, very irresponsible collector. Yeah, I mean, I guess in a way I am too. I mean, I've been irresponsible this year too, man. Just kind of picking up stuff left and right, just stuff that at the time I was like, dude, this is a must have. I gotta have this, bro. I gotta have this. Batman Collectible says, dude, I've changed my collection 3 or 4 times and I only collect Batman. Thought I had to buy everything Batman, then had to buy all Jazz Inc. Batmobile, then this or that. Now I buy what I want. Yeah, that's a great thing. And again, I do think that you have to kind of go through that yourself. Like, people can warn you, be like, look, man, you don't have to get this much stuff year one, like blah, blah, blah. But like you just said, Batman Collectibles, like, it's kind of like you gotta have to find that yourself. It's like trial and error. You kind of have to find like your sweet spot in collecting. You know what I mean? Batman Collectible says, I don't have to complete lines or have the Arkham figures just because it's Batman. This is a great perspective, dude. This is great discipline, man, and good for you, man. I appreciate this this comment, dude, because I think that, you know, it's like I always say, like, the, you know, MCU, the Avengers stuff, like, that's what but I don't have to collect every single thing that's under that IP, you know? Stacy said, I have 65 figures in my collection now, and I'm running out of display room, so I have to be more selective or sell some. Yeah, and I think a lot of people, I really do. I think a lot of people are having this kind of issue, and I think a lot of people have been where I've been at some point, or where you've been at some point, Stacy. And I think that, you know, I think it's healthy to kind of just like every once in a while just discuss it, because we're all in this together. You know, we're all in this together. We're all enjoying the same hobby, and you know, we're just trying to navigate what's the best for us. You know, what's best for somebody over here might not be the best for you, Stacy. So like, it's kind of just figuring out like what is working for you and what's not. And that's what I'm trying to figure out as well, you know, and also trying to have a channel on top of that. So, you know, it's all stuff I'm navigating right now going into year two. And yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting to kind of be able to reflect and be like, all right, year one had a lot of awesome moments, and it also had some moments that in year two I think I won't try to collect stuff day one as much, or I won't try to get stuff like, I'll try to do more payment plans or whatever it could be, just using those as examples. Valkyrie says, I started collecting around September of 2023, and now I'm at 101 figures. And that's awesome, Valkyrie. And again, man, this for you, like, again, I want to just stress, like, this might be the one hobby you enjoy. Like, you might not be doing other things, and this might be something that you really enjoy and want to do. And more power to you, man. More power to you. Anybody that's collecting the rate they want to collect at, I am in total support of that. Like, I always just say, man, do exactly how you want to do it. This is more just reflecting on year one for me and what I'm going to try to, change. I don't even want to say fix, but like change going into to year two, man. But I appreciate the comment. SG Collectible says, it's hard for me to sell my figures. I still have all of my NECA collectibles and Simpsons. But I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. I like to still collect NECA figures as well, like especially the horror stuff. And there's something about going into the store for me and getting something off the shelf still. And that's the one thing. And again, some people have like toy stores around them where they can go get a Hot Toys figure. I don't really have that as much, like where I can, like, again, there's some Hot Toys figures there, but it's a different experience. And yeah, it's probably nostalgia. I mean, it's probably mainly nostalgia, but like going into a store, picking up a figure, a $35 figure from Chucky, like that makes me so happy, man. And that's what I want to lean more into next year is that, because when I started the channel, yeah, it was 6 scale. Like that's what I started, and again, pretty much all my videos on my channel, like 80% of them are 1/6 scale stuff. But when I actually started the channel, I wanted to talk about a number of things. And I kind of just convinced myself, like, no, you got to stick to this one topic. Like, people that are subscribed for this one topic are going to want to watch this, and they don't want to watch anything else. And so I've tried to experiment a little bit by throwing like a couple of NECA reviews out there, a couple of Hasbro stuff out there, just to kind of see if anybody's interested in that. But yeah, I'd be lying to you. I love this. I love seeing that people are still collecting this, man, and I love collecting it as well. And I don't want that to go away. So as long as there's like brick and mortar stores, man, I'm gonna be going on toy hunts and getting stuff in person as well. And that's another reason I got to change it up a little bit in year two as well. Malga says, buying figures is easy. The hard part is keeping up with buying displays and finding room. 100%. Yeah, this is a great point, Malgus. Great point, man. Mike Pause, the artist formerly known as Thrawn's Office. Hey, casuals listening on the ride home. Mike, thank you so much for being here, man, on episode 15 of Casual Friday, dude. Really appreciate you, man. X-Men Supreme says, I have several lines completed. Hawkeye, She-Hulk, Peacemaker. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to really like more of these type of figures, man, where you just need the one for the display. Moose Dream says, hello, community of collectors. InArt Superman in hand tomorrow. Hell yeah, dude. Congratulations on that. That piece looks phenomenal, man. And yeah, dude, that's a phenomenal looking piece, man. I'm very excited for you to be getting that, man. X-Men Supreme says he's not nostalgic for Batman and Robin, but those figures look pretty damn good. Yeah, I mean, I'm both. Like, I think the figures look great, and I'm nostalgic for that movie. Watched it a lot growing up. So. X-Men Supreme says, yeah, Caustic are about to be putting up Labyrinth. I think I'm going to have to just let that go. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, I'm thinking about the Universal Monsters line. Again, man, it's like, it's not just Hot Toys. It's InArt. It's Caustic. It's, again, even Sideshow, re-released some of their horror figures, and I've been able to get away from Mondo a little bit. I've been seeing just a lot of QC issues with like the Mondo stuff. So that I've kind of been easily been able to like say like thanks but no thanks to a lot of their figures. I hope they get it figured out, because I used to collect a lot of Mondo posters, and I think they did a hell of a job with those, distributing those out, working with great artists. And I hope they can do the same for figures, man, because they got some really cool IPs, and a lot of it's horror, so I would love to and a lot of the animated stuff that I love, X-Men animated, Spider-Man animated. But yeah. Jose G. Hernandez is in the building saying, hey, everyone. What's up, Jose? Thanks for being here, man. Eric Heinke in the building saying, hello, everyone. What's up, Eric? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate you, dude. Jose says, hey, Justin, I just got my InArt Harry for Christmas and got Ron on the way. Hell yeah, dude. That InArt Harry is phenomenal figure. And Ron is looking amazing, man. So I'm definitely excited for you, man. Congratulations. Can't wait to hear what you think about both. Quentin Martin says the hunt, going to different Targets, Walmarts, malls, etc., and finding a figure and taking it home and finding it on sale makes it even better. 100%, man. That's where a lot of us started collecting in the first place. Was those shopping trips, man, where you got to go down the toy aisle, man. You got to pick out one. That's where a lot of it started, man. Eric Heinke says he still buys the vintage collection, other lines, and comics. Yeah. I mean, I just bought. I'm in the process of reading some of my backlog of some of the omnibuses I've bought that I hadn't gotten around to, and that's been amazing, man. It's been amazing, kind of getting to the core of it, like the stories. That's why we like collecting this stuff anyway. At least I do. Is those stories, man, that it originated from. Collection says he used to buy a lot of Mezco figures too. I finally tampered that way down. Can't buy everything, no matter how cool. Exactly. I mean, that's just, that's collecting 101 for sure, man. Brandon says that he has InArt rooted Ron coming in Tuesday. Great figure to cap off 2024 with. Absolutely. I'm very excited for you, Brandon. And yeah, dude, it looks great. X-Men says Mondo will have QC issues from time to time, but they always take care of it. Exactly, yeah. And I'm not trying to hate on the company whatsoever. I just meant that the price point compared to what you get, again, I totally get it if, like, you need the X-Men animated series, you need the Spider-Man animated series, but it's like I had Mondo McCready on pre-order for so long, and I had to let that one go because I kept seeing issues with it. People did customs of it and did great work with the customs, but I don't want to buy a figure for $300 and then have to add another $300 onto it for a custom, just me personally. But again, it sucks because I love the thing and I love McCready. So it's one of those things I'm having to weigh out is like, can I deal with it or not? Like, there's a lot of inaccuracies with it. It just doesn't look great. On some of the reviews, I saw one leg was longer than the other. But again, if they can get it figured out, some of their pieces look really good. And some of their pieces, I think, haven't turned out so great. So, hopefully they can get it together and keep pumping out great stuff. Kind of like Sideshow with some of their recent releases. Hopefully they continue to improve as well. So we just have more IPs to navigate as well. X-Men says he's only doing 1/6 scale in the occasional one of one piece. Yeah, I hear you, man. Moose says, hold my beer. If you can't buy everything, hold my beer. Let me show you how it's done. Let me show you it's done. Get the credit card out. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, X-Men. I know you do a lot of the animated stuff, so I don't want to speak unintelligently on that because I don't have any of those pieces in hand. I was mainly talking about some of their stuff that's come out. Like McCready's the main one that I really was looking forward to, and I don't know, man. It's, just too many issues with it, Tim Harvey in the building. Thanks so much for being here, Tim. Hope you're doing well, man. He says Fabio at Caustic said their Phantom of the Opera figures should be arriving by April, so I'm really looking forward to adding that to the collection. It was a day one when pre-ordered. Yeah, Phantom of the Opera isn't going anywhere for me either. I think that one is very excited to be collecting Universal Monsters. And this is where I got it. If it was just Hot Toys, it'd be a little easier. But the Caustic stuff is really intriguing me, and so yeah, it's just tough, man. It's just tough. But that one by April, that sounds good. I thought you were gonna say like next month, and I was gonna be like, damn it, gotta check the finances. But no, April. That seems awesome. Aaron Collect says, what's up, fam? Happy holidays. Looks like I have to cancel or transfer my pre-orders. Too much coming out. Artisan Luke, Loki, maybe Revan and Starkiller. Yeah, Aaron, this is what we've been talking about, man. We've been talking about this the whole night so far. And honestly, man, we might talk about it the whole night. But Eric Lex, appreciate you, dude. But yeah, I hear you 100% on this, man. But yeah, so for me, it's like 35 in the chat, guys. Thank you so much. I've seen us have up to 44 tonight, and I honestly think I didn't bring it up because every time I bring attention to it, it drops, and it's probably going to drop again because I don't want to, you know, people to feel like they got to stay or anything. But we had 44 in the chat, and I think that might be a stream record for me on Casual Friday. It might be. I saw at one point we had 44 in the chat, so thank you guys so much for being here, man. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. But yeah, so, and you know, I might save this for a different video just because I don't want to, you know, we got some topics to talk about. I still want to keep the hype up for these figures. You know, we got a lot to be excited about, a lot to be, you know, hyped about. But going forward on the channel, that's the other thing. Like, there's a collecting year one and there's a channel year one. And I'm coming up on my 1 year anniversary of my channel. I think I made my first video like in middle or late January of this year. So I'm coming up on that 1 year anniversary of the YouTube channel. And, you know, I'm happy with what we've, you know, I'm really happy with the stream. Like I'm loving Casual Fridays. I'm absolutely loving it. And far and away, just when it comes to stuff on my channel, far and away, Casual Fridays is my favorite thing I've done so far. Far and away. I mean, it's not even close. And I'm not saying that I haven't been like proud of some of the other videos I've done. But in year two, I'm going to definitely lean more into stuff that I feel, I don't know, what's the best way to put it? What's the best way to put this? Because I don't want to say that I feel is like that. Like I'll put it this way: there's more topics. There's like all kinds of other topics that I've been wanting to discuss. And when I think about the stuff that really gets me excited and really get like, I kind of look back on some of the other streams that I've done or some of the other discussions I've done. And anytime I'm talking about the movies, like the movies that these figures come from, the stories, like I said, just the stories that all these collectibles even come from, I'm going to definitely be leaning into some different type of content going into year two. And I don't know if I'll even make a whole nother video about it. I'm definitely going to give everybody a heads up, because if you subscribe to the channel for strictly 1/6 stuff, we're still going to have 1/6 stuff for sure. Am I going to have as frequent of videos about, like, am I not going to have other videos? Like, I'm going to have other stuff going as well. So I'm in the process of planning all that stuff out. I'm in the process of kind of like, you know, navigating that as well. And you can tell by how I'm stumbling around on my words that I don't for sure know yet what it is. I really struggle with going back and forth with, like, okay, if people are subscribed to this, like that was the deal they signed up for. They signed up for 1/6 scale stuff. Like, that's how I always think about it. It's like, if you subscribed, it's probably because you saw a video and you wanted to subscribe, right? Now, I'm not saying you guys in the chat who have been here every Casual Friday, you know, at this point, you probably would be more likely to maybe check out this other video or whatever, right? Not guaranteeing it, but you maybe be more likely, right? And so again, man, you get into this overthinking thing where you're like, well, I can't talk about anything. Like, I got to talk about 6 scale stuff, because whether it be algorithm, whether it be like, that's what the subscribers like signed up for. Like, I don't want them to start getting, like, if I subscribe to a channel talking about this and they start talking about this. So again, I'm in the process of figuring out how to do that. And it might take a couple of different forms, but, you know, while we were on the top, like, reflection, that's something that's been on my mind as well. And that's something that I think I'm going to lean in towards, because I made a promise to myself when I started the channel. I wanted to start the channel with no expectation of like I just wanted to start it and challenge myself to upload regularly and seek out, really get involved, really kind of learn, and really just like, be a fan. And I hope I'm articulating this well. I mean, this might be a bummer episode, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm kind of just going on like rants here, but I do think that the promise I made to myself is like I wanted to just do it because I get in the habit of like I overthink stuff, and I think that like it serves me better to just get out there and just make the content. Like if people don't respond to it and they don't want to watch it, they just won't watch it. And I feel like if I don't do that now, there's not going to be a good time to do it. And I'm not saying it's going to be a drastic change from this to this. It'll still be, but it'll just be more stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there because I don't know if I'll make a whole video about that. And plus, I want to tell you guys first. You guys are the ones showing up every Friday, every stream. I'm seeing the same faces, the same names. And so that means the world to me, man. So I just, again, kind of unfiltered as it's getting into my head. I'm just saying it. So again, I know I'm all over the place. But, again, man, I think this time of year, I don't know about you guys, I always try to reflect on things and just, not only whether it be personal life stuff, whether it be YouTube channel stuff, career stuff, whatever. I always like to just reflect on the year and then kind of see what challenges, what obstacles, what goals I might have for the next year. I'm not going to say new year, new me or anything like that. I don't know if I can promise any of that, but there's just so much more that I want to get into and discuss. And I'm excited to do that. I think I'll probably start doing that. Let me know in the comments if y'all are on board with that or if y'all are kind of, and again, no hard feelings whatsoever. No hard feelings whatsoever. If you start getting some new content from me in January moving forward, and you're not into it, totally cool. But we're gonna be adding some stuff to the channel, some different topics, some different things, and we'll see what happens. Let's check in with the chat. Where were we? Yeah, Eric Collects doesn't like that a lot of figures got pushed up and it messed up everything. Yeah, it did. We got stuff early. We got stuff pushed back. It's like the perfect storm, man. Perfect storm, Aaron. Brad Corbett says, probably need to hit the rack, Justin, getting close to 1 a.m. I'll catch up with the rest later on the replay. I appreciate it, Brad. Thanks for being here, man. Again, if it was for 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 seconds, dude, I appreciate you being here always, man. Thank you so much, dude. I'll definitely see you on the replay. Keith Lee says, evening peeps, what did I miss? Man, we've just been talking about navigating the onslaught of releases. What's in store for year 2 of my collecting journey, plus the channel. Just kind of chatting. Just kind of chatting. Haven't even talked about a topic yet, even though the thumbnail showed all these topics. Haven't even gotten to it, but that's Casual Friday, man. We do this all the time. What else we got here? X-Men says, Justin, sir, I'm here for the vibes. Content be damned. I appreciate that, X-Men. This means the world to me, man. I appreciate that a lot, dude. I really do. I really do. That means the world to me, man. It really does. And Brad Cormack says, I'll keep checking in with you no matter what the content. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that a lot. And again, I want to stress, it's not like we're still going to be doing, I'm still going to be talking 6 scale stuff. For sure. It's just, I want to kind of, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing, but I just there's stuff that I've always wanted to do with YouTube, with the channel. And, sometimes the stuff that cause I don't know if y'all said, but I did some movie reviews this year. I did about 5 movie reviews this year. And, I love doing them. I love doing the movie reviews, but I wanted to dive deeper into some of the movies. And, maybe we can do that like on stream. Like we've done that a few times on the stream. So maybe we'll start implementing some of that stuff, but again, I just want to stress, like, it's not going to be like this, just complete 180, just change to where like now it's like a gardening channel, which shout out to people doing gardening channels, man. I learn a lot But just wanted to put that out there. Like, it's still going to be somewhat related to what we've been talking about. And just might take on a different form, formatting wise, all this different stuff. I don't even have it figured out yet. It might not even happen. I might wake up tomorrow and say, what did we just do? What did we just do? We went on stream and we just talked. We just talked. And now I had a good night's rest. I had some coffee. Now I regret all of it. And I don't want to change anything. And I'm going to keep buying stuff day one. Maybe that happens. I don't know. Maybe this is just a perfect storm of 29 releases in a day. The end of the year, post Christmas sadness. Maybe it's all these things, man. I don't know. No, I'm not. I mean, it's still the holidays. I feel like it still feels like the holidays. I'm not. That one was kind of a joke. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's like that time of year. You know, you reflect and like, I don't know, man. It's cliche, but like you reflect. It's like the end of the year, beginning of a new year. Maybe you could put some different stuff on the channel. Maybe you can change some of these habits you've made in year one of your collecting journey. Maybe you're at a crossroads like me and you're saying, how do we do it? How do we navigate this, man? And just talking about it tonight, a lot of seasoned collectors, a lot of you guys in the chat have been telling me, hey, dude, that's year one, baby. That's year one. It gets better, Justin. Justin, listen. Hey, whoa, Justin. Where you going? Where you going? Hey. It's year one. We've been there. Now look, I don't know why the hell you felt like you needed to get Spider-Man 2099 day one, but hey, you did it. Move on. I mean, it happened. It happened. $40 in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Hit that thumbs up button if you wouldn't mind. Moose says, a word to Deadpool buyers from Sideshow. I opened 2 Sideshow Deadpools tonight. One was broken out of the box. Dude, this is so disappointing, man. I've been seeing a lot of this, dude. I've been seeing a lot of this, man. It's disappointing. I mean, it's just right out of the box. Like, you didn't even have a chance to break it. Like, on accident. Just right out of the box, it's broken, dude. Brandon says, I love the thumbnail design. Brandon, I appreciate this. I really appreciate this, man. It's embarrassing how long I spent on that thumbnail. Just because I was trying to just, not that I was like editing that particular thumbnail, but I was trying to find like a different vibe for the thumbnail. I was like, I want something that matches a little bit more of the vibe, which is so funny because this episode of Casual Friday has been nothing like the vibes of the other episodes. And that thumbnail reflects more of the other episodes. And then you click on it, you're like, oh, this is going to be... And then all we've been talking about is like end of year onslaught of releases and how the hell we're going to navigate it. So it's just been interesting, Brandon, but I appreciate this, dude. Aaron Collect says, Justin, this is a very good topic because I thought I was crazy. Glad to know I'm not the only one experienced this crossroad. Yeah, dude, you're not alone at all, man. And that's why, look, I said it at the beginning, Aaron, like for me, it's like, dude, it's 100% like on me. Like, I mean, but I wanted to put it out there because I was like, dude, it can't just be me. Like, I feel like there's other people that are feeling like, dude, I don't know what I'm going to do next year with the collection. Like, I don't like at this rate, dude. I don't want to like tap out. Like, I don't want to be like, get it way like too in over my head to where I just quit completely. I don't want to say quit, but I mean, that's what it would be. I would just like quit the hobby. So I didn't want to do that. So I was like, you got to make an adjustment somewhere, and year 2, man, year 2 is going to be a little bit different. Not a lot different, honestly, a lot different. Just got to lock it in. Just got to lock it in and be a little bit more. And again, I'm speaking for me only. But absolutely, Aaron, I appreciate this, dude. I'm glad it's resonating with you as well, dude. Malgus says he really liked the movie reviews. I appreciate this, Malgus. And what's sad about it, dude, is I deleted him from the channel. And I don't know why I did that. I'm like disappointed in myself with that. Because I said, hey, we got to have everything be the same on the channel. I got in my own head. I was like, we gotta remove them. Like, if people are subscribed to me, it's like, it's got to. And again, man, maybe that's the case. I don't know, but I'd rather fail on YouTube, like kind of doing what I'm doing stuff that I kind of want to do or that I'm interested in, and leaning more into like different versions of ways to discuss topics and all this stuff. I don't know, man. I feel very like, I'm just saying I a lot. Like I'm feeling very like it's a lot about us, man. Family on Casual Friday. I'm doing a lot of like inward stuff, like, so I don't, I kind of feel a little selfish, like being like, oh, it's all about me tonight. But I don't know, it was on my mind. I thought it'd be kind of useful maybe to talk with you guys. You guys are again, if you're here tonight, more than likely you're probably, what happened just there? Oh, I think my headset died. Hold on one second. All right, no biggie. But yeah, so maybe you're thinking that, but yeah, I enjoyed them too. I really enjoyed the reviews. And once I figure out, well, I kind of have it figured out, but I don't know how to articulate it yet. But just stay tuned. Just stay tuned for to the channel. But I appreciate this. Aaron Collect says, being a college student, I need to start prioritizing other things and saving money. It's just collecting is my happiness, but I see my collection is at a good point, so it's time to slow down. And Aaron, I've seen you on other people's streams. I believe I've streamed with you a couple times. Like, I know I've streamed with you at least once, but I'm saying it might have been a couple times. That's the way to do it, man. Like, and again, it's everybody's own business how they collect, how much they collect, what they get. But that's gonna be another thing for me too. Is like, dude, like X-Men said it earlier about Shane and his channel. Like, he's still making content. We could still make content. We can still be on streams talking about this stuff. That doesn't mean we got to buy everything. Now, yeah, we might not have as much expertise, because I'm definitely going to defer to somebody who has something in hand and get that information from them for sure. But we can still enjoy the hobby and talk about it and discuss. I think that makes for a really healthy hobby and a really healthy community of people that are just enjoying it, man, enjoying being a fan, dude. So I hope you stick around with it, even if you slow down the collecting, dude. Because trust me, I am too. I'm just being honest with you as well. I'm going to as well. I got to be more specific. I got to curate a little bit more in the coming year. But let's make that a challenge, man. Let's try to enjoy it, man. And I've liked that about what you've done, is like, you get on streams, you're enjoying it, man. Even if you feel like, hey, man, I can't collect as much this month or this year, this season. So like maybe but still, you're still out there, you're still talking, you're still in the chat, man. And we can still have a great time chatting about it, man. Stacey says, hey, Justin, different topic, but we finally went to see Gladiator 2 and it was awesome. I highly recommend it. I got to check this out. I saw that it was on like, video on demand. So I definitely want to see this. Jazzy said, I like this vibe. Kind of like 1/6 therapy. Yeah. And I mean, again, I appreciate this, Jazzy. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I get pretty hyped about a lot of different announcements and releases as well. But I think just going forward, yeah, the vibes again, I appreciate that, Jazzy. I'll just say that in past streams, I've been very hyped about certain pre-orders of releases, man. So, tonight it was just about like, at that crossroads, man, and we got to make that decision. We got to pick that road. Which road are we going to take? Eric Heinke says, trying to sell between 5 to 10 Hot Toys because of the 2.0 or 3.0 artisan versions. Yeah, dude, I feel like a lot of people are feeling this too, Eric. I really do. We got Gio, the movie canon, in the building saying, evening collectors. What is up, Gio? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for being here, dude. For episode 15, man. 15 episodes already. A Casual Friday, dude. Really appreciate you. Moo says, you've been first batching a bit, huh? Full transparency, I've only first batched. I didn't even first batch Padme. So I take that back. I've only first batched. one figure this year, and it was the 2099. But as soon as I did it, I was like, okay, let's rethink this going forward. Like, because I had an opportunity to pre-order it for retail, and I would have just had to wait on it. And so that's when I told myself, like, dude, just wait on the figure next time. Like, you basically could have, you spent a lot more than you needed to. And again, people that do that and get great reviews out, I love it, because that helps me as a buyer, because they got so many great reviewers on YouTube that are getting these things, who are doing that and putting out great reviews and letting us know, like, hey, here's what we think, here's what the in-hand stuff looks like. So I'm so grateful for people that do that and are able to get the first batches of stuff. It's just not going to be for me going forward. I'm not saying I'm never going to do it again, but I definitely am not going to make it a habit again, just for me personally. Ren says, next year I won't be buying anything unless it's from the InArt Batman versus Superman line. Need to prioritize some personal stuff outside collecting and home repairs as well. And this is a great outlook, Ren. This is a great outlook, man. This is what I'm saying. We never know what each other, like, all we know pretty much is like this, what we're talking about with the hobby, with the collecting. That's how a lot of us even know each other in general. So again, man, always take care of your personal stuff first. And again, don't, always do what's best for you. That's what everybody should do. And again, if you're somebody that's able to collect as much as you want and stuff, that's awesome. I love that. And if you're somebody that's gotta, who has to prioritize some other stuff right now, I love that as well, man. So again, whatever works for you, man. But I appreciate the transparency with this, friends. I appreciate you letting everybody know, man, and the honesty, dude. I really appreciate it. Valkyrie says that he has the InArt Superman coming in a few weeks. So excited, dude. I'm excited for you, man. That figure looks amazing. X-Men says he kind of accidentally first batched Kate Bishop the day she released. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that she was already available from the shop. And then I saw the price after I bought her. That's okay, X-Man. I mean, like you said, man, it was an accident. It was an accident, dude. Clinton Martin says your 2099 will forever have a special place on your shelf, because every time you look at it, you will know that you paid more for it, whether that's a good or a bad thing. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. It's a great figure. I mean, thank goodness it was a fantastic figure. If you haven't watched the review, definitely watch it. But it's phenomenal. I'm very happy to have it. I just could have waited on it. That's all. I just could have waited on it. SG Collectible says, has anyone bought from Pop Collectibles? I pre-ordered my Superman, haven't gotten them yet, wanted to see if they are reliable. I personally have not ordered from Pop Collectibles, so I don't know what to tell you on this, SG Collectibles. I don't have experience without buying from them. Excellent Supreme says, I've bought a few pieces from them, done some in stock and pre-orders. It took them about 3 months extra to get the WB100 Wonder Woman to me, but they did. That was the one hiccup. Oh, never mind. Valkyrie was talking to somebody else about some figure getting delayed. Moose says, where did you get the Harry, the Suit Up Mark 7 and the 2099? 2099 I got through TBA. Mark 7 I got the Mark 7 Suit Up through Alter Ego Comics. And then I got the Rooted Harry Potter from One Man's Hobby. So those, and somebody asked about the Harry earlier, and I don't think I answered him. So if you're still in the chat, I'm so sorry if I looked over that. But as soon as Moose asked it, I realized I didn't answer. But those are the three places I got those from. And I had great experiences with all three. Like all three, it was, everything worked out great. Yes, this is great. Mark 7 is up on Underground. And I don't know if this qualifies because it's a newer figure. But right now they have free, Underground has some free shipping going on with some of their figures. So it might qualify. So if you are looking for the Mark 7, and again, I love that Mark 7, dude. I'm so glad I decided to stick with that. I love that figure. All right, we're an hour 30 minutes in. It's 12:08 a.m. So here's what we're gonna do. So we haven't talked about any topics yet. We haven't talked about any topics yet. And now I'm anxious about the fact that we got to get to 6 topics. And it's 12. But I did say it could be a 12-hour stream. All right. Let's switch gears here. Let me answer this, though. What's your number one IP to collect? I have yet to get an Alien figure in or a Predator. I haven't really gotten any horror stuff in yet. So I'm going to hold off on answering this outright. I will answer this, though. But my favorite IP that I've collected so far... I mean, so far, I'd say it's between... I mean, early stage MCU stuff to me is like really important to me. So I want to say that. But I've also loved collecting the Dark Knight trilogy stuff this year. Yeah, this is just so hard to answer, man. I know I'm kind of like not answering your question, Clinton, but it's just so difficult to answer. It really depends on the week. But I will say so far with what I've opened, MCU like stuff so far has been like I've loved opening every single thing I've opened from the MCU that I've gotten so far. And again, Dark Knight trilogy again so far. Again, when I get my first Xenomorph, or I get, you know, when Reign Carradine gets announced and I get that in hand, like horror and sci-fi stuff, that's going to be up there. And now I'm just over explaining, so you know I'm trying to just like kind of backtrack and be like, well, wait a minute, maybe it's not that, maybe it's Star Wars now or something. But yeah, I mean, I'd probably say so far with what I've gotten, that would be my answers, like Marvel and Dark Knight trilogy. But that could change. I mean, once Ron gets in and I start getting that Harry Potter line built, I don't know, man, it's too hard to answer, Clinton. I'm sorry. I'll come back to this. X-Men says, my favorite IP is the Mondo animated X-Men. It's great. Dude, but I love this, dude. I can't explain to you how much I love this X-Men, because you'll be the first to say, like, hey, I love these figures. They're not perfect, because I've heard you talk about them a bit. You've said that some of them are really good, but like you say that there's a few issues there. But that's where your heart is, man, is that X-Men stuff, especially the animated series. And I just love how you really lean all the way into that, man. And I love that, dude. I love how this is your favorite thing to collect so far. All right. Let's get to our first topic. We're going to have to speed run a few of these. All right. So if you're just now joining us, an hour and 32 minutes in, we're at a collecting crossroads, and we just got done talking about how there's too many releases, there's too many pre-orders. And you know what we're going to do after that? We're going to talk about these releases and pre-orders and probably get hyped for them. So let's stay strong, but we got to talk about it, because again, just because we're having these kind of crossroads right now, let's not forget, dude, how good of work these companies are doing, putting out some really solid stuff, because these figures, especially from this Flash line, are looking way better than they have any business looking. Like, for a movie that really disappointed at the box office, for a movie that they already canceled a figure from the line, for them to come out with not only the modern suit Batman, which looks absolutely stunning to me. I mean, I think it looks fantastic, and we're going to talk about that first, but also the Supergirl with that updated head sculpt. My goodness. So let's jump into it. All right. Oh, is there a video out? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so I just realized this. So they already got a Hot Toys actually has on their Facebook page the unboxing video of the modern suit Batman. So we're actually going to look at that. So let's go. Give me 1 second here. I never have this prepared. You guys know this. All right. All right, so here we go. We have the video here of the Modern Suit Batman unboxing. Let's take a look at this real quick. And we're just going to, again, well, I won't say we're going to speed run through these, but we're just going to we're not going to look at every single picture. We're going to look at a few things and we're going to just discuss them. I really want to hear from you guys. I've been doing so much talking in this live tonight that I really want to turn the attention to the chat. You guys, we still got 34 in here. I really appreciate everybody being here. And I just want to get the vibes back up and chatting with you guys and talking about what we think of this Modern Suit Batman. I'm telling you right now, this Modern Suit Batman looks phenomenal, man. It really does. I think it looks phenomenal. This head sculpt right here is so damn good. And as much as I wanted the Batman 89, and I still might get it. I mean, who knows? We'll see. I mean, I do got the returns. I love having a head sculpt added to the figure. Am I going to ever display it like this? Probably not. But I just love having it. And Jazz D, he's debating whether to cancel this. Interesting, man. Were you not? I'm assuming you're just not a fan of how it turned out, or is it more of a problem of like there's just been so much coming out that you kind of have to? You're trying to navigate that, like maybe you got to prioritize other things. I just think it looks really good. Again, the suit I think looks really sleek and good. Again, I'm a sucker for a great head sculpt, and so these interchangeable faceplates I think look really good. And again, man, this is the only version of this character we're ever going to get, more than likely. I mean, unless they somehow bring this character back. Which they probably won't. I mean, they're definitely not going. I mean, I doubt James Gunn's going to do it. So this is really cool. Again, I'm not super sure about. So it says newly developed detailed bat suit with great articulation. That's exciting. How the articulation. This base is phenomenal. I love what they're doing with these circular bases right now. And yeah, I mean, this figure just looks great, and the box art's really cool. The head sculpt's just so good. I just think the head sculpt is phenomenal. And yeah, man, I mean, it's Keaton Batman, dude. And I'm just telling you right now, I love this base. This is I love these circular bases. I love how it looks like the bat signal. And again, just more of that head sculpt, man. I mean, this where he's looking at the cowl, that's sick. That looks really good. What do you guys think in the comments below? Let me know if this is one you're picking up or if you're passing on this one. Let me know. I can just tell you, for me, after that whole little, conversation we just had, as much as I love Keaton Batman Returns, I'm definitely going to be getting that. I'd be lying to you if I said that this didn't look so good that I'm tempted to get this as well. But, I just had that whole conversation about I got to be more selective. And as much as I think this looks amazing, I might have to pass on this version of the character. I definitely want a Michael Keaton Batman, maybe even multiples. But I was not a fan of this movie. Keaton was, amazing in it. I thought he did about as good as you could do with the material given to him. But it looks damn good. And Jazz D says, it looks awesome. There's just way too much coming out. I agree, man. I agree, Jazz. I mean, that's, that's how I'm feeling as well. Like, I mean, all of these are looking so good. We're going to have to start passing on a lot of great looking stuff. Collection Obsession says he's still all in on the Flash line. Dude, it looks great. I will say, if you're somebody that's all in on this line, the first two releases from this line, or really first three, because I keep forgetting about the Batman with Bat Cycle. That one looks okay. So 2 out of 3 so far. This one and Supergirl, I think, look really damn good. I mean, this Batman, damn, dude, this dude looks way better than he has any business looking, just because, if they were going to just kind of throw out like, hey man, let's just get this out, like whatever. But I mean, they really knocked out of the park with that head sculpt. I think the suit looks really cool. The articulation, I'm excited to see what people do with that. And yeah, really good piece, man. Moose says that both his Supergirl and Modern Batman have been delayed by Sideshow. Damn. Well, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this is a good thing for you, Moose. Maybe this will, break up the how many invoices you're going to get at once. Unless you already got it paid off, then this sucks. We got Nick's Collectibles in the building saying, "Sup, pal?" What's up, Nick? Hope you're doing well, man. I caught your Instagram live about the Mondo Spider-Man. I loved that whole journey you took us on. At one moment, the Christmas spirit was in full force. You were happy. You were singing Christmas carols. You were happy. And then I kept, it was so funny. There was 5 Instagram stories on Nick's Instagram. If you're not following Nick on Instagram, I highly suggest doing so. He does a lot of good, some good lives on there and some really good photography. But it was just so funny, the whole journey, because he comes into the frame singing a Christmas carol because he just got Mondo. I think this was on Christmas Eve, maybe. And again, I wasn't on social a whole lot at all, but it notified me when Nick went live, and so I clicked on it. And it by the time it got to the 5th Instagram story, his journey went from loving the figure, saying there were some issues, but pretty much being happy with it, to saying, "Oh, wait a minute, there's something here that I noticed. Oh, wait a minute, there's one other thing. Oh, wait a minute, this is actually horrible." And then the last picture was him flipping off the figure. And so I just thought that was a great journey that Nick took us all on, man. So yeah, this is exactly right, dude. It slowly turned into a nightmare, man. I've never seen the Christmas spirit just taken from someone so quickly, man. But thanks for being here, Nick. Hope you're doing well, dude. We got Blue Tattoo in the building saying, "Hey, everyone. What's up, Blue Tattoo? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here, man. Really, really appreciate it." Valkyrie says, "My Sabine Ren was delayed right after it was announced she would be released soon." Yeah, I'm noticing they're doing that a lot more. Every time something releases, I think the same thing happened with Spider-Man 2099. As it got released, and then it was "Oh, it's delayed, though." All right, let's take a look at Supergirl, and then we're going to talk about Sabine. So let's take a look at Supergirl real quick. Let me just pull up. I'm going to pull up 5 or 6 pictures here so we can kind of cycle through these. And there's the one. Sorry about that. I was looking for one where it's a zoomed in of the head sculpt. So we're going to look at a few of these here. All right, so let's share the screen here. And we got to, what have we done here? All right, we'll move myself up here. I don't know what the hell I've done here. All right, hold on. Come on, Justin. Get your shit together, man. All right, here we go. All right. All right, so here we go. We got the Sasha Calle Supergirl from the Flash here, and I'm just going to tell you right now. This figure looks phenomenal. This is the one that I'm getting from this line. Somebody asked me what I was getting from this line. I am getting this. Yeah, this is coming home. And look, I'm going to be honest about something. I was not a fan of this movie. Okay. And you would think that the Keaton Batman would be the one. And I'm not saying that that's not going to be tempting. But this piece right here, I just think that this looks amazing. And I know for a fact, I mean, I guess we don't technically know for a fact, but this will be more than likely the only time we ever get this version of Supergirl ever. And I thought she did a great job. I'm really disappointed that we're not going to get to see her more as Supergirl. I thought she absolutely crushed it. I think James Gunn's going to do a great job with his Supergirl as well. But I thought she was phenomenal. I personally, as great as Keaton Batman was, like you kind of saw a lot of the cool stuff of his stuff in the trailer. So like that wasn't as big of a surprise. I thought that she was just the best part of the movie. And again, Keaton Batman, I mean, that's a given, right? Like he's obviously every time he's on the screen, like he's the best part of the movie. But like she was phenomenal. I thought she did a great job. I would have loved to have seen more of her character. And I love the Supergirl suit. I just think this looks damn good. And I think that if you're getting the InArt Superman or something, this would look so sick together. Like this and the InArt Cavill Superman. But, for me, man, I just think that this looks... I mean, the proportions, the body on this dude look great. The suit looks amazing, man. I mean, this cape looks fantastic. Again, dude, this suit looks so good, man. And the updated head sculpt on this updated sculpt is just night and day better than the one that they had on the promotional images. I mean, this looks great. And I am very excited about this, actually. I went to, I'm not going to lie, I went to TBA. I was like, how much is this going to be? But I actually have this on pre-order now. I didn't because I wanted to see what the final thing looked like. I have this on pre-order now through Sideshow. I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to payment plan this thing. And I'm going to get it eventually. But I'm not going to have it day one. But I'm very excited to be having this in the collection. This looks great. And again, could this change? If they announce 500 figures tonight, could this be cut? Yeah, it could be, but this looks really, really good to me. I'm very happy with how this turned out. This was one that I was very interested to get just because I want to have a Supergirl in the collection, and I just think I really liked her performance in this. So it's one of those ones that's like, I love the performance more than the movie, so I can I can kind of convince myself that I can get it because it's like, hey, you didn't love the movie, but this performance was great. And again, this will be the only time we get this version of the character. Damn, dude, it looks good. Looks really good. And I'm just, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But I just think that the body proportions look great. I just think they knocked this one out of the park, man. And again, I'm so happy about it too, because they really could have just kind of just been like, all right, let's just get this line out and let's just get it over with. Like, kind of just want to move on from the, movie didn't do well, but they're still getting us figures from it and they're really looking good. So kudos to Hot Toys for that. And I just love the suit. The suit looks so good. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments below. Glycem says, can't wait to post Supergirl next to my InArt Superman. Perfect, dude. That's, yeah. I didn't see her comment when I mentioned that, but 100%. That's going to look so good. Is anybody else picking this up? X-Men says, I have to get Modern Suit Batman, but I also really want that Supergirl. Yeah, dude, it looks great, man. It looks great. Both of these look great. You got to be hyped if you're somebody who went all in on this line with the first two. Or not the first two, but these two in particular. Moo says, I paid my shipping charge for my InArt Paul Atreides. Can't wait getting the mouse with it. Yeah, I got the one with the mouse version. I will say, based on some of the in-hand photos I've seen of that looks incredible. Blue Tattoo says, this Supergirl is coming home for sure. Didn't PO till she was released. Same here, dude. I wanted to wait to see that updated head sculpt. I had heard that they were going to do the update on the sculpt, but I wanted to see it for myself, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy with it. All right, sorry. I just got a notification from Hot Toys. I was like, did they just release something else? But it was an Inside Out 2 thing. But yeah, dude, this just looks really good. I am interested to see how the that new mechanic they're doing with that InArt figure where they're putting the flight pole like in that seam in his back. People that have that InArt Superman, are y'all enjoying that? Do y'all like that better than the clamp around the waist? I would assume so, because it hides it.
So I'm excited to see what they do with this figure on that. I haven't, again, maybe I should have pulled up some more pictures, but. And, I mean, damn, dude, it's just, you know, the head sculpt just looks really good. And the hair sculpt looks pretty good too. I mean, it doesn't look perfect, but with this hairstyle and stuff, I mean, I think it looks good. And, I just think the suit looks amazing. So I'm very excited for this one. And now let's get to, well, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I closed out of the thing that we were looking at there. But let's get to Sabine. Somebody mentioned Sabine, so let's talk about Sabine next. Where are we? Where is that Sabine at? Here we go. I have a few things I need to say about the Sabine that I've been going back and forth on. And I'm really excited to hear what you guys in the chat have to say. So if you're somebody who's been excited about Sabine like I have been, I'm really excited to hear your thoughts on the updated head sculpt here and how this looks in general. Now, it's no secret if you've been following the channel, if you've caught me on some of Steve's streams on Sunday nights, that the Ahsoka line, I have been most excited. Let's get the picture up first, shall we? Let's get the picture up. So out of all the Ahsoka figures, this was number one on my list. Like, this was the one I've been anticipating the most. And so I've been really anxiously awaiting the release for this. I have decided, so X-Men, it is, me and him are on the same wavelength here, because he says, I'm going to play the long game on Sabine, I think. This is where I am with the Ahsoka line, is I am also playing the long game. I think that I will eventually for sure get, at some point, Ahsoka, Hera, Shin. Okay? I already have Balin and I already have Thrawn. The Balin and Thrawn's good. Thrawn's really good. Balin is fantastic. Balin is a fantastic figure. I'm happy that I have him in the collection, but with all this stuff coming out, you know, we're having to kind of figure out, I'm playing the long game on this line as well. Will I regret it? Will it be more expensive down the line? Maybe. But Sabine is the one character that I'm going to definitely be picking up still, like, now. And I'm just going to wait till it actually comes out. I know somebody said, I think Valkyrie said his got delayed, but I am still getting Sabine. This was the character that I wanted, that's been number one on my list for the Ahsoka line. Like, this was my most anticipated figure from the Ahsoka line. And, you know, there's a very good chance that I might not end up getting as many pieces from the Ahsoka line as I thought. But Sabine's not going anywhere. Sabine is making it into the collection. I cannot wait. I think she's going to look great with like a Mandalorian display. I think she's going to look really good on her own. And that's what I really love. Like, you know, she's going to look great on her own. But we got to talk about this. We got to talk about the head sculpt, because I cannot figure this one out. I really can't, man. I mean, this is one that I've been struggling with. I'll be honest, when I first saw this head sculpt, I thought it was a step down. I thought it was a step down from the prototype image. I really did, and we're gonna pull that up. We're gonna pull that up, and I truly cannot figure out if it's a step down or if I'm like, I can't, this is one of the rare cases of like, normally I'm pretty locked in when it comes to the head sculpt. Like, I can tell pretty quickly for me if it works for me or not. Now, that's not to say that I might think something looks bad and somebody else might think it looks good, But with head sculpt, that's always the first thing I look for in a figure. That's like my favorite thing, like a lot of us. I don't know, man. So I feel like the prototype head sculpt of Sabine, and we're looking at this right here, and I just feel like this prototype looked really good. And I'm not saying that the release doesn't look good, but it is different. And I can't tell, because I just thought this looked great. I thought the prototype image for Sabine looked great. I really did. And you guys got to let me know what y'all think, because I am struggling to figure out. I'm leaning towards I like the prototype sculpt a little bit better. And I think it is a little bit better on the prototype. I think this is a bit of a step down. But then, I'm looking at this picture. I'm thinking it's a step down. This one, again, I don't think this is just a great photo. Again, maybe it's like the eye placement, like how they have the eye. Like, I just think it's a weird angle where the picture was taken. Plus the eyes are looking like down diagonal there. But then here, I think it looks really, it looks really good. So I'm leaning towards, I thought the prototype was better. I do think this is a bit of a step down, and it's not going to make or break it. It's not that, I still think it's a good sculpt. And I don't know why I just did that. But again, even if you don't like the sculpt, you can display it like this, obviously. But, I just keep looking at this sculpt, man. I just can't, again, it's one of those weird instances where, like, I just think it's a bit of a step down from what we saw in the prototype. And, yeah. And again, it's very like, even if I think it's a little bit of a step down, it's still good. Like, I'm still like, this in no way, shape, or form is like a bad sculpt. And plus, even if you don't like the sculpt, I mean, you got this. This is what I love about this character, is you can throw the helmet on, man. Now you got a whole new look. And again, dude, Jedi, Mandalorian, however you want to display it. Very, this picture's badass. I just love right here, the cloth right here that goes up towards the helmet. I love the helmet. Sabine's just got such an iconic look. This is just going to really pop on the shelf, man. I just really love the character design here. I just think there's so many different options to display. And, yeah. Let's see what y'all have to say about this head sculpt. Because again, I think that is going to be the topic, is like, I think everything else looks fantastic. And I still think the head sculpt looks good. But Clinton says that I think her head sculpt does not look as good as Proto. I feel like she is missing eyeshadow and her hair is flat, missing highlights. Still looks good though. Yeah, it's something like that. I agree. It still looks good. Moose says, I've passed on most of the Ahsoka line. I have Thrawn in hand, Balin coming. May order Ahsoka the white. All in in the Ahsoka line will cost you $4,000 plus, more if you first batch. 100%. That's what, again, like we've been talking about all night. That's what we got to think about, man. Collection Obsession says that he passed on the Ahsoka line except for Thrawn. Something had to be cut. Too much cool stuff on the horizon. Exactly. 6 months ago, I was all in on this line. Now it's, but Sabine is definitely coming home. Sabine would be the last one that I would probably cut from the line, even though I already have 2 figures from the line. But I think that hair is going to look phenomenal. I think Ahsoka is going to look great. I mean, it's going to be tough to resist, man, because this line is going to look great. We got Ash Chase in the building. What's up, Ash? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you, dude. Blue Tattoo says that he thinks the prototype is better as well. X-Men says he's not bothered at all by the sculpt. Sabine looks good. I agree. I'm not bothered by it either. I want to make, I'm hoping I'm getting that across, that it's just an observation. I'm not really bothered by it either. I do think though that it is a step down. I do personally. And I don't know if it's the actual sculpt or if it's the hair with the sculpt or what, but I did think the proto was better on the sculpt, but everything else just looks really good, obviously. And again, if I'm really that bothered by it, I just do this. You know what I mean? So still looking good. Renz says in some photos the hair looks a bit high, like the peg's not pushed through. That's a great point, Renz. Yeah, dude. Now that you said that, let me look at that now. Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be it, dude. And again, that's throwing off the whole sculpt for me. But if you look at that compared to this, yeah, dude, I think you're right. Because you see here how much lower the hair is, and then you look how high the hair is on this. And again, I know it seems like, but that's what can throw off a sculpt, man. It's just something so small. But you know, when you actually look deeper at the sculpt here, there's a lot to like here. But I do think it's something with the hair that's throwing off the whole sculpt. Yeah, dude, great comment, Renz. Because I was trying to articulate it because I didn't want to hate on the sculpt, because I was like, well, wait a minute, the sculpt is actually like, the sculpt's not bad. You know, it's actually a good sculpt. But something just did seem off about it. And I do think it might be the hair. I do think it's the height of the hair a little bit there. For sure. Again, still looks good. But that is the thing that I think's throwing it off a bit. We got Kevin Collectibles in the house. What's up, Kevin? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for being here. He says, I think Hot Toys rushed both Supergirl and Sabine. The head sculptures look best on the prototype. I agree with Sabine, Kevin, but respectfully, I disagree on the Supergirl. I think this new updated Supergirl sculpt looks far superior than what was in the prototype. Me personally, just my opinion. I hear what you're saying 100%. Respectfully, though, man, I think the Supergirl sculpt is just way better than the prototype was. But Sabine, I do think this was a step down from the prototype. But I still think the figure looks good, or the announcement looks good. Stacy said, I think she still looks great. I'm definitely getting. Yeah, she still looks great. 100%. We're all in agreement there. But we at least think, like, again, if you were excited about picking it up, I don't see anything with this release that makes you think like, oh wow, I'm not interested in that figure anymore. But yeah, so there was Hot Toys Sabine. And you know what's so crazy about all this is we're not even halfway there. We're just now halfway there. Let's stay on. Let's see, we've talked about Sabine. We've talked about Supergirl. We've talked about Modern Suit Batman. So let's go with... Let's go InArt here. Let's look at Ron Weasley first, and then we're going to look at... We'll look at Ron and Paul from InArt, and then we'll finish things off with Venom from the Hot Toys Venom from Spider-Man 2. But let's take a look at this Ron. And let's see. Let's share this tab. All right. Let's see if we can find that video that I saw with the unboxing. All right, here it is. Okay. So we're going to look at this Ron. Oh, this is the standard. Let's get to the... Well, we'll take a look at both. We'll take a look at both. All right, we're going to take a look at both. This is the standard. Let's make this a little bit bigger for everybody here. We'll take a look at the standard, and then we'll look at the rooted. I'm getting the rooted. I'm still all in with the InArt Harry Potter stuff. That would be one of the last things that would probably get cut. I got the Harry, so I definitely want to add the Ron and Hermione as well. And the Harry Potter just looks amazing, so I'm very excited to get the Ron in as well. And okay, so let's take a look at this. We'll just let this run for a little bit. We'll take a look at the unboxing that InArt has on their Facebook page. Again, check out my review of the Harry Potter if you haven't yet. The unboxing experience for that was so much fun. It was a great unboxing experience, and this one looks to be the same. We're going to take a look at the standard, then we're going to take a look at the rooted. I obviously am going to go rooted just because I got the rooted Harry, and I think the rooted does look better. But the sculpted still looks good, but I do think the rooted just sets it apart a little bit, especially with Ron's signature hairstyle. You know, that red hair. Get a lot of different things here. Again, a lot of different accessories. InArt just does a great job with a lot of their accessories here. And got a chessboard here. So yeah, there you go right there. I mean, again, we're going to just kind of skip ahead a little bit here and kind of show. So yeah, I mean, this, you know, that angle doesn't look great for this figure, but this looks really good. Like, again, I do think the rooted is the way to go, but if you are getting the sculpted, I don't think that looks too bad. And you can kind of see everything that comes with it here. Let's see what the deluxe looks like. If I can find it. All right, let's do this. Let's here it is right here. All right, so here's the deluxe. And this one, I just think once you see the deluxe hair, you're going to kind of see like why it's just, you know, again, you're paying for it for sure. But you've already seen a lot of these accessories here. You do get the diorama base with this, which is really nice. Again, these diorama bases for these figures are fantastic. The Harry Potter one that you can see right up here, same one that you get with that one. Not the exact same. I take that back. This is different on the inside of it, which is really cool. And when you put all three of them together, really looks good. But here you go. You kind of see that rooted hair. This does look way better. Way better. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. This looks fantastic. This looks fantastic. Yeah, man, this looks really good. Again, standard, you know, should still be happy with it, but this does just look so much better in my opinion. And this just looks really cool, man. I love the expression they got for Ron, dude. I think they did a hell of a job with this, dude. And yeah, there it is with that base right there. X-Men, yeah, I agree, dude. X-Men saying that he loves the modular base design. I agree, man. That's going to look so cool, all three of those together. And again, man, those diorama bases are really good. Moose thinks the standard Ron is way worse than rooted. Yeah, I think the rooted is better for sure. X-Men says the sculpted hair kind of makes him look cartoony. Yeah, it does. I just think that the realism for this, and again, you look at a zoomed in shot here. Yeah, dude, it's just way better. Again, to be able to get that sculpt, I think the sculpt is good. I think the sculpt is good. I think it's really good. I don't know if it fell off a little bit. I mean, that looks really good right there. Yeah, I think they did a great job with this. I'm excited to get this in the collection, to have it go with the Harry Potter. And then we'll see what Hermione looks like, man. Hermione's the one that I think people are really interested to see, just because the Ron prototype looked great. The Hermione was the prototype that people were a little nervous about. And so we'll see how that one ends up looking. But I hope they announce Snape before too long, maybe even Dumbledore. That'd be cool. But yeah, the fact that we're getting this already is really, really, I mean, it's cool, you know? It's cool. But again, with this expressive of a face as a head sculpt, I think they did a good job. Now we're going to kick it over to, let's see, do they got the... All right, so here's the InArt Paul Atreides. So we're going to go right into Paul here. And this just looks... The standard looks good. We're going to take a look at the deluxe here, though. And this figure looks unreal good. Unreal good. I mean, everything about this is just unreal. Great accessories here. Really good accessories, or really great accessories. And I am very interested to see this head sculpt up close. I've already seen some pictures of it. We're about to get to see this head sculpt, man, and I am just I just think, I mean, are you kidding me with this? This looks unreal, dude. This looks unreal. I don't have all the InArt stuff in hand, so I can't speak on this as intelligently as some other people. But this looks fantastic. This looks fun. This looks just so good. Looks phenomenal. And the thing that they really did great on, man, these cheekbones here. If you see Timothée Chalamet Chalamet in like any of his roles, he's got, you know, they knocked this out of the park, man. They really did a great job with this jawline here. They did a great job with these cheekbones. I mean, just everything about this looks great, man. You got some good depth to the eyes right there. The hair just looks phenomenal. I'm going to have to wait to see this in hand. But, I mean, this might... Dude, when it's all said and done and people get this in hand and we really start looking at the InArt, like, comparing them, this could be the strongest sculpt for InArt to date. It could be. I'm not saying it is. I want to see like more videos and more unboxings of it, and I want to see it for myself as well. But damn, dude, I mean, this is so good. I mean, look at this, man. I mean, I'm sure you could do better, because again, years from now, maybe they do another one and it's like better. But damn, I don't know how you can do much better than this. And that looks great. This is how I'm going to be rocking it for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, dude. Come on, man. This is so good. So good, man. So glad I got this on pre-order. Very excited to have this on pre-order. This one was cool because you got to order it directly from InArt. And X-Men Supreme says Sub-Zero alligator. Yeah, dude, that we're about to get to those pictures, man. He does kind of look like that. I need the sculpted Paul too to dress him all covered up. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's the way to go. If you want to have both looks for the character, that's not a bad idea. I'm just going to get the one. I personally want him like this. This is how he was mostly. You know, that's just kind of how with this good of a sculpt, man, I don't want to cover it up, but I wouldn't. This is not a bad idea to get both, to have both looks, because both of them look great. Nick's Collectible says, I got this dude coming. Goodbye, Mondo Spidey. Yeah, I'm excited for you to get this one, Nick. Nick, do you have the Superman InArt? What InArts do you have? Is it the Superman, or correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you have the Superman, right? X-Men says, isn't he about to be Bob Dylan? Yeah, that movie's out right now, where he plays Bob Dylan. But yeah, dude, it just looks great. And again, even this right here got the magnetic head sculpt interchangeability. And this is kind of what Moose was referring to with he wants to have this look as well, which again, this look looks amazing as well. Don't get me wrong, this looks great. But man, it's hard not to just, I mean, this, for me, it's just, this head sculpt is just so amazing, man. Nick says he has Soups, but he's actually looking to sell him. So definitely reach out to Nick if you're looking for that InArt Soups. But yeah, dude, both InArt pieces look fantastic. Crazy how they're getting production. It looks like they're ramping up their production here. Hopefully they start getting it to collectors sooner. That's the next step for them, is like they got to start getting their stuff. And again, easier said than done, but I think that's been a complaint I've heard from a lot of people, is just how long it takes to get their figure in. And I understand the frustration. I haven't had to deal with that yet, but I totally understand the frustration there. So let's look at, we're going to wrap up by looking at the Venom, the Hot Toys Venom from Spider-Man 2. If I can find it. And I found it. I'm just going to try to bring up about 5 images here. I definitely want to bring up the one where it kind of shows the scale of this dude, man, because this Venom is just insane, dude. It's just so, it's such a big figure, man. And I feel like people that are going to have to pass on it, it's 100% because of space, man. I've already heard a lot of people say like, yeah, dude, I want this, but dude, I do not have the space for this. And, I mean, sorry about this. I have to crop this so that way it's getting a little bit more of the full frame here. All right, here we go. So here's the Venom, man. And dude, this ended up turning out great, man. Again, a gigantic figure. Like, this looks great. I mean, this is by far the best Venom that's been released so far, just based on the looks of it. And as good as that comics book Spidey Venom looks, like, a lot of people are either going to love the size of this one, or it's going to be a detriment to what they want to do just because of the space. But I will say a great alternative, if you didn't want to have a one quite this big, would be that Marvel Comics one that they just announced not too long ago. But damn, dude, it's hard to deny that this one to me just looks absolutely insane. This looks amazing. And you could see the scaling here. You don't really get a, well, actually, that's not the best picture. This one's better. Look at the size, man. Look at this. This is crazy. Look how big this is, man, compared to this other video game Spider-Man here. Advanced suit. And man, I think they did a great job with this, dude. This looks great. I don't have a Venom yet. I go back and forth, and if I want this one or if I'm going to go the Marvel comic version. For spacing, man, I almost want to say the Marvel comic version. But damn, dude, there's no denying just how great this looks. This looks phenomenal. And if you're somebody who's been waiting on this, I know a lot of you guys have. I know a lot of people that have been excited for this one, man. You got to be hyped for this. They really did a great job with this, man. This looks great. Yeah. I mean, what's not to like, man? What's not to like if you've been looking forward to this one? And here's another shot here with Miles Morales, just showing the size of this dude, man. Really cool blogger photos here too. They did a great job with these blogger photos. But yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I am personally probably going to have to pass on this one, but damn, it's going to be tough. When I start seeing this in hand and in people's collections, dude, it's going to be hard to pass. But I do think I'm going to stick with maybe going for that Marvel comic version. I just think that one's the best of both worlds there. Ash Chase says that Venom is like Hulkbuster size. Insane. Yeah, dude, it's crazy how big this dude is, man. It really is. X-Men Supreme says, but it's not Eddie Brock. And that's the thing. That's what's going to keep people from making this their definitive Venom. Is that aspect of it right there. Moose says, okay, getting drowsy, 2 a.m. and I'm old. Need bed. Happy New Year, Justin. And all in the chat. Thanks so much, Moose. We're going to be wrapping up here pretty soon anyway, man. But thank you for making it as long as you did, dude. I really appreciate it, Moose, and Happy New Year to you if I don't speak to you before then. And I really appreciate it, man. Moose says, Justin, we got to get you monetized. Am I not monetized anymore? Why did I just say anymore? Yeah, I am technically, yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, I think the next step is like you get to 1,000 subs. And that's when I think, you can get like officially monetized. So yeah, this would be nice. We'll get there. And, but yeah, I appreciate this, man. But yeah, the 500 threshold was when you could start having you could have like super chats on your channel and stuff like that. So I couldn't remember the next, and I think it's 1,000. I think I already have the watch hours, but I think it's 1,000 subs is the threshold. But thanks so much, Moose. Really appreciate you, man. Valkyrie says, sorry, guys. I have to wake up early. Good night. Hey, no problem, Valkyrie. We're about to wrap up anyway, man. So I appreciate you, Valkyrie. And have a good one. Thanks so much for showing up, man, and being active in the chat, dude. But yeah, this Venom looks great. And yeah, I mean, you got to be excited about that if you've been looking forward to it. Again, a lot of stuff to be excited about. Hopefully something you were excited about was this episode 15 of Casual Friday. Again, we had to talk about the crossroads that we're facing as collectors. Again, I don't want to speak for anybody else. I was just speaking for myself. But yeah. Moose says he's not seeing the super chats. All right, I just had to verify some stuff, so maybe that's why it's not up. But this will be up for the next time. So yeah, thanks for bringing this to my attention. I didn't realize that it wasn't up, man. But I appreciate you telling me. I'll get that resolved. And Valkyrie says, Happy New Year's, guys. Good night. Same to you, Valkyrie. Really appreciate you, man. Happy New Year to you as well. But yeah, that's been episode 15. Again, we started off by talking about, for the first hour and a half, man, a great conversation about that crossroads that a lot of us are having with the hobby, with how we're going to navigate next year. That kind of got us talking about where I plan to take the channel in year 2, my collecting journey in year 2. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I'm definitely going to have a channel update soon. I'll definitely, if you don't have notifications on my channel, maybe hit that if you're interested in that type of video. I definitely want to hear y'all's thoughts on that. So be on the lookout for that. I'll definitely have at least 1, maybe 2. I'm hoping 2 videos out before the new year. And maybe we'll go live again. It won't be a Casual Friday, but maybe we'll do another live stream before the new year. We'll see. But I really appreciate all of you, man. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate the perspective and the conversation that we had. A great episode of Casual Friday. Really love seeing everybody in the chat. Again, at one point we reached 44 in the chat, which I'll have to look at the analytics after this, but I think that might have been a Casual Friday viewership record. So the fact that we're able to hit that before the new year, man, super exciting. That's testament to all you guys being active in the chat, supporting the show, keeping it casual every Friday, and being part of the family. So as always, truly appreciate all of you. Thank y'all for being here. We're going to wrap up here. Have a great night. If I don't talk to you before New Year's, which I will, but just in case I don't, have a happy and safe New Year. Hope all of you had an incredible Christmas. And if you're just now tuning in, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. Definitely check out the replay. Check out my latest reviews on the channel and stay tuned Maybe hit the notification so you don't miss anything. Because we're gonna have at least 1 or 2 more videos before the new year, maybe a live stream. So I definitely want to see you guys in there, and we will have a channel update soon. So I hope to hear your perspective on that. And real quick before we sign off, I just want to say goodbye to Collection Obsession. Says hit that like button. Collection Obsession, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And X-Men Supreme says good night, Justin. Good night, X-Men. Hope you're doing well. I've already said hope you're doing well, but hope you have a good day tomorrow, man. And thanks for being here, dude. Thank you all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Always keeping it casual. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time.